I'll come to the, I think, Gaurav, the direction part later on. But as we're speaking about Philip, uh, Philip, so can you tell us, like, without revealing, of course, the details, otherwise, the meat of the story will go away. Uh,
Yes, of course.
what is exactly your part in the film, and have you played before something similar? Uh, and what was primarily, I mean, this might be a little bit of a long question. What was the primarily the methodology that you used to get into the shoes of this role as well? The preparation that went behind it.
Yeah. So first of all, not in the movies. I didn't play this kind of character. In my theater on stage career, not exactly military, but something of a similar mindset. That's
Okay.
that's the first thing you go into when you go into a character. At least for me, is not the clothes you're wearing. It helps, but beforehand, what is inside? So the character costume, as one might say, that you put on, and
Yeah.
that's the work before. And we discussed it before. What could it be? What kind of special forces guy? I think we decided not. If originally it was in the script which department of the German forces he used to be in,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
maybe we decided to be a little bit not that specific, but in the way maybe he behaves, that it's more
Nice.
open towards the audience because sometimes it's too nice. It's something like, oh, I'm this guy and then go this. It's a little bit too directly in the face, and when the people is like the audience is like, okay, well, okay, with the action. That's the first thing. And we were playing around with the characters, of course, with the video game of Tom Clancy's, but we didn't want to copy that at all.
Yeah.
And I think the first what we chewed upon was like the Sicario character of Benicio del Toro. This kind of guy. It's not mentioned what he is exactly, but you see it in his actions, and it's
Yeah.
great. You see he knows his work. He was educated, but he was like I think introduced as the counselor. I think right
Yeah.
or something. And yes, my counselor wasn't at all like that. So, and that's the way we went inside, and I tried to, of course, prepare physically a little bit in the amount of time we have, that not to bulk, but a little bit more, and to some references, what kind of characters he is in, or some visual references, some character references. For example, Benicio del Toro in Sicario. And then I researched there's this great YouTube channel where all the old Delta Force guys have some private companies. I showed you this one where I did some practicing and something like this to get in the mindset of those people, because they're very laid back people, nice people, but they know their stuff when they go into action.
Yeah.
But they're not like this Rambo guys. Something that's the first thing that you hear everywhere, and you, Amkar, you know it better. That all those people, they are very nice people. They blend in the society, and that's what was the preparation. And then we did some Gara and me. We did some physical thing. We went through some sort of scenes. I sent you one or two, like. Playing around videos, some, with the beard. We played around with physically with the mustache a little bit. I didn't have the mustache, not that walrus mustache, but
Nice.
to get a little bit away of the Sam Fisher character in the video games.
Yeah,
But we,
yeah.
as you said, Gara, to build up our own version of it.
Our own version.
Yes.